Nick Walker, let's face it, you either like his physique or you do not. I like it. It's kind of like relating it to music, I guess. He's the heavy metal. Not for everybody. Some people like classical music. I guess Cedric McMillan could be a classical music if you're going to relate physiques to music. But anyway, to get serious about this, let's take a look at Nick Walker from the Arnold Classic 2021 to the Olympia, because I'd been meaning to do this comparison for quite some time now, but it's been on the back burner, and I'm trying to get those type of videos out before the actual Arnold Classic this year, in which case Nick Walker is not competing. Now, he won the Arnold Classic. A lot of people, including myself, thought he could be a top 3 anyway guy at the Olympia. He placed 5th, disappointingly. Did he drop the ball? Did the moment overwhelm him? Hard to say, but let's go through these shots, and it is very interesting to see the differences of these physiques. Definitely, right out of the chute, it appears that he is holding his pose a little bit different. At the Arnold Classic, he is opened up more. You see that? Definitely looks a whole lot better. In particular, that left arm, he's crouching it in. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said on Pumping Iron, don't hide in, the big guy come right up and open up your arm. But anyway, aside from that difference, the midsection looks a little bit wider from the front anyway. As we'll see from the side, it might not be the case, but definitely from the front, he looks a little bit wider in the midsection at the Olympia. And another thing I noticed, there's a little bit of a gap between his quads, his thighs. I guess it's his hamstrings. He's opening up his legs, but you can definitely see that gap there. Maybe his legs not quite as full. Anyway, what these guys do to lead up to shows, go to the front lat spread, definitely can make a difference. What they do, this is a terrible picture, first of all, for the Arnold Classic. There was no close-up shot. It's blurry, it's pan back. But one thing I do see here, guys, is that gap between his legs at the Olympia. Man, oh man, you could fly a 747 jumbo jet right through those legs. Little sound effect there, free of charge. Side chest development. And here is what I was saying. Look at the midsection now. It looks tighter at the Olympia. His display, he worked on that. I definitely would say he was critical of his side chest at the Arnold. At least the display of it, like I said, the angle. He is displaying his midsection right from the very side. Whereas the Arnold Classic, it's kind of tilted, so it maximizes the thickness of it. Where at the Olympia, minimizing it and maximizing the width from delt to delt and exposing the chest a little bit more here at the Olympia. So in these types of videos, I really want to see the improvement of the muscle, not, the improvement of the pose. But kudos to you, Nick Walker. Keep hitting your side shots like this and hoo-ah, right into the Hooha Pose position. He's doing the same thing here. He has sucked his gut in more. He's leaning back. He's perfecting his shots more. So you really can't tell which one's the better version, can you? If they're hitting their poses differently. But anyway, it is interesting to know that he's working on his shots. So could be the heavy metal of bodybuilding, but he has thrown a classical twist to his poses. Anyway, go to the first of the two back shots. Angle of the shot's a little bit different here. I think it is exposing the upper body a little bit more for the Arnold, whereas the lower half is going to look a little bit bigger for the Olympia because of the camera angle. But aside from that, you know what? And I am shocked at this. His skin looks thinner at the Olympia. Could it be the lighting? Speaking of which, the crazy lighting going on behind these guys, or I guess if they're in the back shots in front of them, the laser lights and everything going off. What the heck? Who made that decision? It's supposed to be still in the background, for goodness sakes. Whoever made that decision, seriously, should be, drug out into the street and made fun of by crowds. I don't know, something. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's terrible. go to the rear lat. Unfortunately, this is a terrible picture for both of these versions. It's panned back. He didn't hit the rear lat. Didn't hit the rear lat for the Arnold or the Olympia when he did his 8 mandatory shots. Now, take a look at this. You see that? That's at the New York Pro. That's before both shows. And in my opinion, it is by far the best rear lat spread of any of the versions. So maybe something happened. Maybe he hurt his lat. You can see it's getting less good. I don't want to say worse. I don't want to disrespect this guy. I love Nick Walker. I love this physique. Can't wait to see his future unfold. But hopefully he fixes this rear lat spread and gets back to the New York Pro. I mean, that's a winning rear lat spread right there. That maybe even could have been why he placed a little bit lower at the Olympia. Side chest or side tricep development, rather. Now this one, again, I think the side shots, he has improved at the Olympia over the Arnold Classic. Arnold's Classics. But is it a physique change? Could be a display thing. Now from the front, it appears that he was just as tight, thin skin, things of that nature at the Arnold. Maybe even more so. But that back double, I don't know. It looked like he was in better condition at the Olympia. Maybe. Abs and thigh. And conditioning isn't really an issue here, is it? It's the midsection. It's the V-taper. His lats look bigger. His V-taper, like I said, better. And the midsection, of course, creating the V-taper for the Arnold's Classics. Come on, get to the chopper. But that, I don't know. Something, maybe he carved up too much. He was too full at the Olympia. Midsection, definitely. You can obviously see it, guys. With all due respect. Most muscular. A little bit bigger, I think. A little bit fuller. Like I said earlier, maybe the moment overwhelmed Nick Walker. Because he looks ready. But when you're on fire inside, you're feeling good, like he is obviously here at the Arnold, you come out just, like I said, rock and roll or heavy metal. Then at the Olympia, looks like a toned down heavy metal song. Maybe a slower one. But either way, guys, he's better for sure at the Arnold Classic. His V-taper, midsection, and that rear lat, I sure hope he gets that fixed up. Go back to the New York Pro look that he had, at least for that shot. Hey, from the front, from the side. He's a beast. He's improving, ever improving. Nick Walker, that could be the future of the IFBB open class. My opinion, he's definitely going to be a top 2, top 3 guy at the Olympia. Hit thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel and look forward to this year's Arnold Classic. Look forward to a lot of physique updates and comparisons as well using their latest versions. Have a great day.